Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, and goodwill greetings. First of all, let us thank to God Almighty for His grace that given to us. And also I want to say thank you to the all honorable committee and also judges for the opportunity that given to me that I can join the SBS 2024 speech competition. Before I continue, let me introduce myself. Hello, my name is Luvita Pandiangan from Cilengsis 1 Senior High School, who will deliver you a speech on a theme, the key of building a morally dignified nation. Ladies and gentlemen, I think as a young generation or student, we must be open-minded to all the information that's spread out on social media. Because lately, there are so many moral degradation cases among teenagers or students like us. Just like intimate relationship between teacher and student brawls, bullying, drugs, murder, and mutilation cases, and many more. Maybe it sounds a bit excessive. At first I thought that too. But until one day, I received information about moral degradation cases at my sister's school. And after finding out, I immediately felt silent. Because I didn't think that something like that would actually happen among teenagers. Why? Because the case is about a male teacher who chatted a girl student while still grade 1 junior high school, where the conversation led to the sexual discussion. The situation in this case show how really bad the situation or the moral of our young generation. And where does the dignity of our country or nation lie? Ladies and gentlemen, when students get rebellious at school, their teacher will ask them about how their parents taught them moral values. Meanwhile, when the students get rebellious at home, it's time for their parents' turns to ask whether they didn't learn about moral values at school. And this shifting of responsibility between teacher and parents leads us to the question, actually, who is responsible of moral education for students? School maybe? But do Indonesian schools provide appropriate moral education for their students? Parents? A lot of parents seem to let go of their children's moral values because according to them, the moral values of their children who are already at school are the responsibility of the school and no longer their business. And things like this make students not get an educated picture of what moral values they should have while they are still a student and what kind of moral values they should have while they are already leaving school. So, ladies and gentlemen, what actually caused all this to happen? That's because several factors. Just like technology advance influence from foreign culture, there is no sense of honesty and responsibility, low self-discipline, and the degradation of moral values or religious values, and many more. After knows what caused all this to happen, so one solution that must be done is to implement the character educational. Because education character has the main goal to build the moral with the strong nation where the people have noble characters, morals, tolerance, and mutual cooperation. And one thing that I want to say this time, that this is the best way to overcome the moral crisis of younger generation. And now we know that the people who have the important morals or the important roles of this case is between parents and teachers, right? So there can be a role for the younger generation. Especially, teacher must be qualified not only in terms of academic abilities but also in educating student morals. That's why we need the teacher with good morals too. So, if we focus of them this time, what can we use to making it happen? The most important thing is the approach between parents and their children. And the second, in school must be selective of choosing the teacher. School must choose the teacher with good qualities and good morals for the student. And also, the government active role is needed to improve the education of this country. And the last thing is the quick handling of all cases that occur in school. And by realizing all of this, millions young generation or young people will be created with the good abilities and morals. And now, that's all the things that I can convey to you in this speech. And hopefully, we can learn a lesson from this speech to maintain the dignity of our nation through improve the moral of young generation in Indonesia. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's all that I can deliver to you, and thank you for the attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.